In the fallout of Halo being memed by Donald Trump and the White House going back and forth with GameSpot, we all knew that there'd be meltdowns aplenty, mostly centered around Angry Joe, to nobody's surprise, but many, many other people out there, lefty lunatics in particular, not liking how a Republican government is utilizing Halo to talk about a political message, which is really wild because just a few years ago, it seemed perfectly fine to be pushing an LGBTQ agenda in games that you actually play. But apparently, it's a bridge too far to talk about games in real life and make memes with them. Stephen Totilo, former Kotaku journo, in heavy quotes, says, spoke to early Halo devs about the ice post. One called it abhorrent. Another, using Halo imagery in a call to destroy people because of their immigration status, goes way too far and ought to offend every Halo fan, regardless of political orientation. No, you know what offends me? People coming into the country illegally. That's what offends me. Taking benefits, living off of SNAP benefits, using hospitals, schools with their kids, not needing to pay the same taxes. That's what I get offended by. But you can go right ahead and get upset because a meme is being used. To which I replied, have you tried crying about it? And he didn't respond, but Jay Viper, I think they should start there at least. Maybe they can get some cheese for all that wine, says Winestock. Daka, who quote tweets and says, spoke to early Halo devs, held a gun to their heads. If you ask a creator if he agrees or not, you leftists have already told us. Silence is affirmation. I don't blame any of the devs if they said no. Journos are the scum of the earth. And this is the article from Stephen Totilo's GameFile website, which is just a whole bunch of crying over and over about how awful just this meme. It's just too offensive. It's too offensive because we fundamentally disagree with deporting people that are here illegally. Okay, which you're welcome to disagree with that, but it's a meme, bro. You're the same people championing the LGBTQ agenda in games and pushing Pride Month on kids and parades and championing that. So miss me with the I'm offended with this destroy the flood. Come on. The U.S. Department of Homeland Security on Monday posted again and reposted a recruitment ad for immigration and customs enforcement that was themed to Microsoft's popular video game series Halo. Finish the fight, they posted, referencing the slogan of the 24-year-old sci-fi military shooter. Destroy the flood, the ad encouraged potential recruits, a line that equates the immigration ICE rounds up for deportation to the parasitic alien force players battle in the Halo games. This is a hell of a marketing tactic. On X, the post has been a hit, drawing 19 plus million views and celebratory reactions. Hats off to the Trump meme team. I can live with this timeline. I voted for this, mixed with some negative. Cortana, show me the Epstein files. Calling human people the flood is fascist ideology. I asked ICECOMs yesterday why they posted it. They referred me to DHS. DHS didn't reply. I love these journals that are trying to quote unquote be journals and do journal stuff. Like, it's a fucking meme, bro. What do you want them to say? They know anything they say to you will be, can and will be used against them. So no, they're not. Why would they reply to you? You've lost any good faith with them. Goes through the dots of what's happened and everyone's replying. Here's the other posts, everything like that. And here we go. Asked about the Halo post, a White House spokesperson told reporter Alyssa Mercante, she's a reporter now? Man, okay. Alyssa Mercante, former waitress turned reporter, allegedly, by the way, that Trump is hugely popular with the American people and American gamers. Oh, man, that's going to be making her steam. Over on the Halo subreddit, the mods allowed, which, by the way, former Kotaku they stick together. Stephen Totilo, former Kotaku. This is, once you know the webs behind the scenes, they prop each other up and try to make it look like they're all legitimate. Over on the Halo subreddit, the mods allowed a break from their policy to remove politics with an AI slop, wrote one commenter. God, I'm so tired of the White House acting like an edgy 17-year-old. Oh, Reddit, color me shocked. Marty O'Donnell, friend and guest of the Smashcast and Smash JT, the composer of the original Halo theme, hasn't worked on the series in years and had finished 4th in the Republican primary last year for Nevada's 3rd congressional seat. He is running. That's not proper. I think he meant to say he is running again in 2026. Yesterday, reacted to the DHS ICE ad. On Monday, he posted that when he wins, he will work with Trump administration to destroy the flood once and for all, which I liked and retweeted that because it was amazing. But some former Halo developers who I spoke with strongly against the ICE Halo ad. Marcus Leto, co-creator of Halo and lead designer of Master Chief, told GameFile that he found the DHS ICE post absolutely abhorrent. He added, "It really makes me sick seeing Halo co-opted like this." How does it feel? It's almost like you understand from a gamer's perspective when you see Halo Studios promoting the LGBTQ agenda and pushing that shit out over and over again on Pride Month every year, and how it feels like it's been co-opted by an ideology that we don't agree with. And then they put these things in game that people can get for free to push the agenda in multiplayer games. Yeah, I think you're starting to understand why we're frustrated too. Welcome to the club, bro. Hope you enjoy politics in your games that you guys yourselves have been injecting for the better part of the past decade or more. I also spoke to Halo veteran Jamie Greensmore, who was one of the chief designers of the several games in the series. Halo is a cultural icon, and like anything with cultural capital, it is going to be used by politicians and brands and anyone else looking for relevancy, he told me. That's fair. Usually I take it as a compliment to Halo's continuing legacy. Greensmore had found the Trump as Master Chief post amusing, but the ICE one, he did not. Using Halo imagery in a call to destroy people because of their immigration status goes way too far and ought to offend every Halo fan, regardless of political orientation. I personally find it despicable. The Flood are evil space zombie parasites and are not an allegory to any type of people. Hey, according to you. But I mean, if you're really frustrated with people coming to your country and taking over everything and not paying their fair share of what they're doing, you might have a different opinion on that. To each their own. Along with the reaction of ICE dehumanizing. I love journos always using this fucking word, dehumanizing meme. Came reactions from press, online pundits, Halo fans, and game developers to Halo publisher Microsoft's reaction to all this. More specifically, it's non-reaction. And this is what I really wanted to focus on here, because this is what really frustrated me. I said, from the same folks who brought you keep politics out of gaming, all the people running right now with the how dare Master Chief be co-opted by the Trump regime. This is from Halo. Happy Pride Month. Embrace love, diversity, and inclusion. Well, hold on. Shouldn't you embrace including President Trump and allowing him to put on the Master Chief outfit? I mean, you allow the gay people to do it. Weird. So what you're saying is it's okay for the people that you ideologically align with, but someone you don't, it's a problem. Let's stand together in honoring our LGBTQIA plus, my God, also known as the Alphabet Mafia community, and forging a future of unity and acceptance for all, unless you're Donald Trump, apparently. This Pride Month, we celebrate love, diversity, and the freedom to be yourself. Log into Halo Infinite this month to unlock the Unity coding, visor, and emblem, and wear them with pride. They want to get this out to as many people as possible. But Spartans work best when they stand together. We're proud to stand with our LGBTQIA plus Alphabet Mafia community and colleagues who help us make Halo better every single day. Define better. Because if you're pushing a communist Marxist revolution, I would argue the better is not something that I would agree with. Just saying. As Pride Month begins, we want to celebrate our community and all our colleagues for being who they are, unless you're Donald Trump, and for their wonderful contributions to the Halo universe, unless you're Donald Trump. We proudly stand by them, knowing that inclusivity and compassion make our games and our lives the best they can be. This is the funniest thing about the fallout from all of this. IGN's like, hey, Microsoft, how come you put some microphones in their face? How come you're not talking? And we need a speech from you. IGN says Microsoft has chosen to remain silent after Donald Trump released an AI image of the U.S. president as Master Chief, and the Department of Homeland Security used Halo to promote ICE on social media. This is how they try to paint people in a bad light. And they've done this for years. People know their tactics, and they're sick of it. They're like, no, fuck you. We're done with it. Savvy says, God, you dummies are so performative and vapid. If you took 5 minutes, you'd see all the contracts they have with the U.S. government, all the discounts and free things they offer. You'd see the military contracts, which, by the way, tie into ICE. But because they jingled the keys for years with marimba skins in Halo, you genuinely believe they give a shit about you. Microsoft deserves to be lambasted, but them not doing anything over a meme is not the reason. But congrats. You're in their hands, dancing like the rotted puppets you are. People see you freaking out over a meme. It isn't even game content, which you fucks forced on everyone else. Great point. Years of all art is political. But now that politics use the art for a meme, you're like, no, not like that. Ants. You're all ants. And we'll leave it with this because this is a banger video. I'm not going to watch the whole thing, but shout out to V from Lack of Entertainment, friend of the channel and amazing content creator, posted this video saying leftists seething that games become political. And I really appreciate this guy's political takes when it comes to gaming. Highly recommend giving him a check. And if it is something you like, give him a sub because this guy is a great content creator.
Now, I made a video yesterday showing how the White House has made a meme with Donald Trump wearing the armor of Master Chief from Halo. And I didn't know just how much leftists are going to spurg out over it. Like here you have an example, right? You have Kevstar. And by the way, like all of them are shutting down replies to their tweets.
Mm-hmm.
I never understand this thing where like you tweet something, but then you don't want any replies.
I've never understood that either. I've never once shut down replies on anything I've ever posted. Ever. Like, if you're going to put something out there, like be prepared for a conversation that people might not like what you say. Welcome. I don't understand these self-created echo chambers these people constantly do with each other.
And pathetic, right? And not to mention, like, people can still quote tweet you, so I guess it is what it is. But you have this individual saying, stay away from the fragile.
This is right here. This is the point I wanted to focus on. Right here. Pay attention to what he says.
So I find it absolutely fascinating, right? Because for the last decade, these people were shouting at us and were mocking us and ridiculing us and calling us childish for caring about our entertainment, right? And being like, but why do you care? But why does it matter? Oh, if you're getting upset over video games, that is such a... Do you guys remember those arguments, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And the thing is, it wasn't like AOC would...
And we pushed back, by the way, but it still happened. They moved forward with it. I think it's funny that now that the shoe's on the other foot, they're getting mad and saying no, and they're pushing back on us. It's like, bro, you literally understood that this happened that direction. The road goes two ways. How do you not see this?
Take a video game and make a meme out of it. Because, like, that would have been a big deal. No, like, what happened is that leftists accused companies of racism, sexism, homophobia, bigotry. They ran massive PR campaigns in order to attack CEOs, to attack people in the HR, until companies finally gave in to the blackmail and started diversity offices inside. They started hiring leftist HR people. And
by the way, once you start doing that, the world has become two-sided when it comes to HR. And once you start bringing in, I'm not saying, by the way, it's not different if you bring in someone on the far right It's going to be very similar, where they're going to look for people that are on the far right. And I think that is the problem with society right now, where it's become so divided that people are picking sides and you have to be on one side or the other, and it becomes a cult either way. And I don't know what the answer is to fix that, because once you get to this point, maybe it's like late stage capitalism, where now it's just become, what team do you play for? Are you on the right or you're the left? Okay, you're with us. We will offer you a job. You're one of us because of, I don't know, fucking diversity or something. If anything, I'd argue that the reason why it's become so divided is the people on the right were welcoming to everyone. And the lefties came in and then pushed the right out and gate kept them out of it. And now we find ourselves in a situation where we have complete hive minds at studios that if you don't have 5 nose rings in and weird drawn on tattoos and colored hair, then you're not going to be someone that they're going to accept, because they know you do not ideologically align with them. And that's where it all falls apart. But I'm going to leave this here. If you guys want, I'm going to post this video in the description as well to watch the rest of it. Shout out to V for a banger video covering this topic as well. I think this right here is the stage where we start at least acknowledging the reality of what's happening right now. And hopefully it starts getting better, because I really don't want to see it get worse. But I'll leave that there.